we have completed our backend API. First mini project is very simple project and we completed backend part. Now I will push the code to Git repository. Then I will deploy that project in the cloud platform. Guys, observe carefully how I'm going to do the deployment. Already we know how to deploy the project in the AWS. Now, push the project into create a Git repository, Git repo, and push code to Git repo. Deploy project into Heroku Cloud. Which cloud platform I am going to use now? I'm going to use Heroku Cloud platform. Now, in the last session, we have added Swagger configuration for our project. Swagger is used to generate the documentation. When we faced this issue with the Swagger, I have changed my Spring Boot version from 2.6 version to 2.5.2 version. Then that issue got resolved. Now Swagger is working as expected. So now I have given that in the class notes also yesterday. That Spring Boot parent version change it to 2.5.2 version. I have mentioned that in the notes. Change the Spring Boot parent version to 2.5.2. Then it is working as expected. So can we do the testing before deploying this application? Can we do one round of testing before deploying this to the cloud platform? Yeah. I'm going to test this application before going to deploy in the cloud platform. Run this project. Once the Spring Boot version got changed, run the project and access Swagger documentation using below URL. Run the application and access Swagger documentation using below URL. What is that URL? http://localhost:/swagger-ui.html. This will give you the Swagger documentation URL for your application. Using this Swagger documentation, we can test our application. Alright. Now, application started with the Swagger. Let's access it. localhost://swagger-ui.html. Now, Swagger documentation opened for our project. All of you can see Swagger is working here. Now, by using this Swagger UI, we can test it. Now, post request is available. So it is displaying the clear documentation. If somebody want to access your application, they need the documentation of your application. This is the clear documentation about our application. There is one method to get all contacts. There is a method to delete based on the contact ID. There is a method to get based on contact ID. And there is a post request method is also available. Go to post request method, click on try it out. Here we need to provide the data, dates and all we no need to give. We just need to provide contact name, contact email and contact number. Remove all these things. ID is also not required. Name, email, number. Name I am giving as Ashok. And email ashokit@gmail.com. And the number I am giving as some value. Click on execute. Illegal argument exception. Yeah, this semicolon, there is a problem. Yeah, right. Now I have given the correct data. Now click on execute. Still there is a problem. HTTP message not readable. Am I missing anything in the JSON? Okay, semicolon should not be there for number. Yeah. Now execute. With this, contact is saved or not? My contact is saved. Okay. Now go to get contact by ID. Try it out. Integer ID 1. Execute. Am I able to get the contact data? Am I able to get the contact data? Come on guys. Yes, I'm able to get the contact data. So with this, our Swagger UI is also working. Now let me do one thing. SRC main Java. Guys, here for my REST controller, I'm going to add one annotation, cross origin. Cross origin, because from Angular we have to access this application. This is the backend application that we have to access from the front end. For that, course issue will come. To resolve this course issue, I'm adding cross origin annotation. I'm adding cross origin annotation. Fine. So once it is done, then let's go to GitHub repository. Let's go to our GitHub repository. Let me create one new repository in the GitHub. Let me create one new repository in the GitHub. So let me take it as phone book application. I'm taking our contact application. I'm taking my repository name as contact application. I'm creating this as a public repository only. I'm creating this as a public repository only. Repository got created. Now go to workspace. Go to workspace. Where is this application? Contact application. Now open git bash from here. We have already discussed about GitHub and how to work with the git commands. Now first time I'm opening the git bash from this location, so I'm using git init command. Git init command. Then git add -a. Git add -a. I have added all these things. Now I'm doing the commit. Git commit. All the files I am committing. Then I'm choosing the branch. Git branch -m main. Then I'm adding remote repository URL using remote command. Then I'm pushing my changes to GitHub. Git push -u origin main. Whatever the code I have done for the first mini project backend, I'm pushing my code into GitHub repository. Guys, is this clear? Is the project is pushed to GitHub repository now? Is this project pushed to GitHub repository now? Come on. Yes, this project is pushed to GitHub repository. Here, I'm going for one cloud platform called Heroku Cloud. Cloud application platform, Heroku Cloud. If you don't have an account, you create the account in the Heroku. Guys, already we know how to deploy in the AWS cloud, but in the AWS, if you cross the limit, then bill will be generated. If you cross the limit in the AWS, then bill will be generated. For that, what we are going to do here, we are going to deploy the application in the cloud platform. We are going to deploy the application in the cloud platform. So in order to deploy the application in the cloud platform, there is a free cloud available which is called as Heroku Cloud. When you go for the Heroku Cloud, you can deploy your applications for free of cost. Heroku is a free cloud where you can deploy your applications for free of cost. Can we do the deployment? Guys? Can we do the deployment of our applications now in the Heroku Cloud? Yes, let us do the deployment of our applications in the Heroku cloud. Previously, I have deployed several applications. I'm deleting all of them. Okay, fine, perfect. Go to my Heroku account. Now, guys, observe carefully what are the steps I am going to do in the Heroku account. Create the Git repo and push the code into Git repository. Deploy the project into Heroku cloud. Process to deploy the project into Heroku cloud. Process to deploy the project into Heroku cloud. Now, what is the first step? Create account in Heroku cloud. It is free. Create the account in the Heroku cloud. It is free of cost. What is the URL? If I sign out now, here this is URL for the Heroku. This is the URL for the Heroku. For free of cost, you can create the account in the Heroku. Now, once you have created account in the Heroku, log in into Heroku account. You just log in into your Heroku account. Now, I've logged in into my Heroku. Have your account in the Heroku. Perfect. Here, create a new application. Create new application. Create new application in the Heroku. Once you logged in, create new application in Heroku cloud. Create a new application in the Heroku cloud. Create new application. Give the application name Ashok IT Contact App. Ashok IT Contact App. That is the name I am giving. Choose unique name for the application. Choose unique name for the application. I have given unique name for the application. Click on create app. Choose unique name for the application. Note, create a new application in Heroku. Choose unique name for the application. Guys, with this, is my application created successfully in the Heroku? With this, my application created successfully in the Heroku. My application created successfully in the Heroku. Then what is the next step? My code is available in the GitHub. Now I want to deploy the code which is available in the GitHub in the Heroku cloud. Here there is an option called a deploy. Go to deploy tab. Here there is an option called connected to GitHub. Choose the deployment method as go to deploy tab and choose deployment method. Choose deployment method as connect to GitHub. Why? Our code is available in the GitHub. Choose this connected to GitHub option. Code is available in the GitHub repository. Connect to GitHub option. Now, when I click on connect to GitHub option, it is asking repository name. What is the name of your repository? Our repository name is Contact App. Our repository name is what? Contact App. Click on search and click on connect. Enter the GitHub repository name. Enter GitHub repo name and search. Then click on connect. That means we are connecting our Heroku account to GitHub repository. We are connecting our GitHub repository to Heroku client. Then click on deploy branch. Main branch is available here. Then that main branch is getting deployed. Click on connect. Enter GitHub repository name and click on search. Then click on connect. Then click on deploy main branch. That means it is going to deploy that main branch code into GitHub repository. See here, it is loading the project and it is deployed. Your app is successfully deployed. Can you see my project is deployed to Heroku? Can you see my project is deployed to Heroku? Now click on view. Our application is in the live. Now Ashok IT contact app.herokuapp.com swagger-ui.html swagger-ui.html. Can you see the Swagger documentation displaying? Now can you access my Swagger application? Can you access my backend API? Click on that URL. Can you check it? Are you able to access my application now? Can you check it? Are you able to access my application now? Is it running in my local system or it is running in the cloud now? Is it running in my local system or is it running in the cloud platform now? Which cloud platform I am using? Which cloud platform I am using? Heroku cloud platform I am using. It is free. It is free. We can deploy our applications for free of cost in the Heroku cloud. So if you deploy your application in the Heroku cloud, anybody can access your application with that URL. If you deploy your application in the cloud, anybody can access your application by using the URL. Okay. Now, after deployment completed, it will give application URL. Anybody can access our application with that URL. Anybody can access our application with that URL. This is called Heroku deployment. This is called as Heroku deployment. Are you clear with my point now? Are you guys clear with my point now? Yes or no? Read the steps. Is it difficult? Is it difficult to deploy our application into cloud platform? Just go through the steps now. Just go through the steps now. Process to deploy the project into Heroku cloud. Create the account in the Heroku cloud. It is free of cost. URL is this. You can log in into here and you can create the account here and you can create the new application in the Heroku. Choose unique name for the application. Go to deployment tab and choose the deployment method as connected to GitHub. We are connecting our GitHub repository to Heroku cloud. Enter GitHub repo name and click on search button. Click on search button. Then click on connect button. Then click on deploy to deploy main branch button. It will deploy. It will take code from GitHub repo and will deploy in Heroku cloud. Heroku cloud platform. Guys, tell me, they are providing IaaS, PaaS or SaaS? Heroku providing IaaS, PaaS or SaaS? Heroku providing what kind of service for us? Heroku providing what kind of service for us? Is it providing an infrastructure or it is providing a platform? Heroku providing IaaS or Heroku is providing a platform? Heroku is providing the platform to run our application. We are just giving the code. It is preparing the environment to run our application. It is preparing the environment to run our application. Are you clear with my point? Are you clear with my point? Yes. Heroku. Which company giving this Heroku platform? Salesforce company giving the Heroku platform. Heroku is a Salesforce project. Heroku is a Salesforce project. Now we can deploy 5 applications for free of cost in the Heroku, guys. 5 applications you can deploy for free of cost. Heroku is given by Salesforce company. It is under license of Salesforce company, salesforce.com. Heroku.com is part of Salesforce. Cloud application platform. Salesforce functions with Heroku data. Sign up for free. Sign up for free. You can create the account in the Heroku. Clear with my point? Yes. Now what is the next step that we need to do? What is the next step that we need to do? Our backend is ready. Then what is the next step? We need to go for front-end development. Now, with this Swagger URL, with this application URL, can you develop the front-end? With my application URL, can you develop the front-end? I have given my application URL. By using my application URL, can you develop the front-end? Swagger documentation available. The Swagger documentation will give you details of my API. With the Swagger documentation, backend API documentation, backend API URL, backend API URL. By using this Swagger, can we build a front end by accessing this application which is running in the cloud platform? Can we build front end for this? Can we build front end for this by using this application? Now, if I give you this URL, how you will understand what methods are available? You just need to read the documentation. Post method is available, contact. For the post method, this is the data input. It is expecting the data in the JSON format. So if you want to save the contact, then you need to send a post request to /contact URL pattern. If you want to get the contact by ID, then you need to send a get request with this URL. If you want to delete the record, then you need to send a delete request with this ID. If you want to retrieve all the records, then you need to go for /contacts to retrieve all the records. Now, based on this documentation, can you understand the API and can we start Angular development for this API? Based on this documentation, can we understand what functionality available in the backend and can we start front end? Yes, we can do that. Can you guys try? Can you guys try? Okay, fine now. Guys, some people are facing the problems in the backend API. Who is facing the problem in the backend API? Can you tell me? I will help you to solve those problems because we are going too late. We want to complete it quickly. Pranshil, what is your issue?
Yes, sir. Sir, in my backend, sir, the get all contacts functionality is not working. Before it was working, but ever since I add the example.off, it is not retrieving the date of Y switch.
Yeah, I'm giving you permission to share your screen. Accept it. Show me the screen. Guys, all of you who are facing the problems, keep your workspace open. Keep your workspace open and show me that. Yeah, Pranshil, share your screen. Where is your example one? Example contact active switch is equal to Y. Example find all return example. Okay. Show me that. Run your application and show me. Application is running. is saved. Okay. Save the one more contact. 2 contacts saved. Send a get request. Get all contacts. Yep. You are not getting any data. Go to your database. Show me your data in the database. Open your H2 database. You just click on the table name. It will give the select query. You just click on the table name which is displaying there. Click on the table name. Name पे click करो भैया. हाँ, run this. There is a run button. Active switch is equal to Y. So there are 2 records are available now. Go to your REST controller. Save contact. Service IMPL, can you show me? Get all contacts, set active switch is equal to Y, example.y, example.off, repository.find all. Can you show me save contact method? No, in the REST service IMPL, in the service IMPL. Service IMPL. Set active switch is Y. Get all contacts, set active switch is Y, example. Contact repository dot find all of that example. Can you remove that example concept and can you try? Remove that example. I mean, you don't need to remove that, just in the 34 line, remove that method parameter. That is sufficient. 34 line number, remove that example. Remove that, no, not 34. Yeah, remove that. Save it. Yes, who else is facing the problem? Raise your hand. I will give you permission to share the screen. Jitendra and Deepali, access the request. Accept that request. I am giving you permission to share your screen. Niharika, you also. Yes, sir. You are retrieving the, whenever you remove that example concept, then it is working for you. The data is getting retrieved. Now go to your repository. Show me that repository. This GPA repository. Can you show me which example package you have imported? Example ka package name. Spring framework data domain. Spring framework dot data dot domain dot example. That's right. Come down. Contact dot set active switch as Y. Find all with example dot of example of contact. So the code seems correct. There is no issue, but still the data is not coming. Take this example dot of contact, example dot of, completely copy this initialization part. After the equals, in the 33 line number, remove that variable and just take this and keep that in the method parameter. No, keep it as it is. Copy that. Can you do fine, find all of example, remove that semicolon, save it. No, try. Should work. Data we will lose the data because application restarted. Again post method. Yes, now go to get method. It is not coming. Same thing is working in my system. What is missing? List of contact, return contact repo. Example dot of. As example object, I'm using from this package name. Check it once. Is this the same package name that you guys are using? org dot spring framework dot data dot domain dot example. That's right. Then do one thing, man. Go to your repository, write a find by method. Write a find by method instead of example. No. In the repository, you write one method. Public list of contacts. Public list of contact. Something like this. Public list of contact. Find by active switch. String switch. I have given in the chat. You type it. What is your variable name for active switch? You write it. Find by active switch. No, you can't copy from the chat. You type it. Find by variable name. What is your variable name? Right. Pass that switch as a parameter. Call this method in that. Instead of calling that find all, call this method now. Not in that find all, directly you have to call only that method. Repository dot find by active switch. Repository dot find by active switch. Pass Y in the double quotes. Now you remove 31, 32, 34, 35 lines. 31, 32, remove them. This also. Now keep the return statement for 33. Return statement for 33. No, you delete complete 35 line, not required. Delete the complete 35 line. Unmute your mic, sir. I can't hear you, Pranshil.
Yes, sir.
You keep the return statement before 33 line number. 33 line number is giving some data, na? You just keep the return statement. In the 33 line number, write the return. Return that data. Make it fast, man. So many people are waiting. Sir, what are you doing?
Okay, sorry. Okay, now sir, it is written.
Yes, fine. So can you develop Angular for this before coming to tomorrow's session?
Sure, sir.
Guys, we need to develop Angular. I'm giving my backend API URL in the Telegram group. I have given the link for that in the Telegram. Yeah. Now it's working for you. Stop your share. Next. Jitendra, can you share your screen? What is your issue?
Sir, I have some theoretical questions, sir.
Yeah, please. Yeah, please tell me.
So whenever we have created a repository, so that time why not apply any annotation like repository? So how he knows ki there is no need?
Because you are extending the properties from JPA repository. Na? JPA is a special repository. When we have a data JPA starter, it can scan the repositories which are extending from the JPA repositories. That's why you no need to add it.
Okay, so it means no need to because of JPA repository extending, so there is no need to be required annotation.
Right, that's right. That's right. As we are extending from the JPA repository, we no need to write @repository annotation. Automatically, it will search for that.
Okay. So so there is no need to because like controller class we are using REST control annotation for service annotation we are already
Repository not required. When you are extending from the JPA repository or CRUD repository, it is not required.
Okay. So I have one more doubt. Whatever we have configured database connectivity, we are written in YAML file. Sir, instead of YAML file, when we will go for the configuration file?
If you want to do the configuration programmatically, then you will go for configuration. Generally, we don't do the configuration programmatically. We will do through YML or properties only. If you want to customize the configuration through your program, then you will create configuration class and you will customize it.
Okay. So, sir, if suppose I have written both side in YAML file also configuration, and same as configuration I have written in configuration file also.
Programmatic one will be the final one.
Programmatic will be work.
Yeah.
Okay. I have, sir, one more doubt. Yesterday in a YAML file, we have written some own properties like
messages.
Yes, messages, sir. So messages for the messages you have created configuration, right, sir?
Yes.
Because you have created only one. If suppose in the future, if I want to add 10, 20 more messages like created, so every time we have to go create configuration file.
No, in one configuration file you are going to add all the details.
But sir, I have to give a prefix, no, sir, because you have a started from app.
No. One application will have only one prefix. So if you want, you can give multiple prefixes also. Then you can create multiple configuration files. For one application, you will create multiple prefixes, or one prefix is sufficient. One application will have only one prefix. If you want, you can prefix with multiple also.
So, sir, instead of the configuration, we have any alternate thing like
no. This is the value. If you want to inject the value to the variable directly, but my configuration having 100 properties. Can you create a class with 100 variables? Which one is recommended? Creating 100 variables is recommended, or reading into the application of properties class is recommended? Yes. If you go for value, for every property you need to take a variable in the class, na?
Yes, exactly, yes.
Yeah, now if I have, suppose for example, my project having 500 messages, can you create a Java class with 500 variables?
No.
Then what is a good approach?
Okay.
Reading them into application properties by using a map, that is the recommended approach. That is what we follow in the real time.
Okay, sir.
Got it, na?
Yes. Currently working, so that's why I have. That's why.
If you have only 5 properties to read, then you can go for value. Value means reading the value and storing into the variable directly. If you have 5 properties or 10 properties, that's okay. But if you have 100 properties, 500 properties, that's not recommended. So in the real time, we will use this application properties class only to read the data and store into properties class. Wherever you want the properties, you will inject that object and you will get the data. That is what we have done in the last session.
Yes, exactly. Because in my current project they are using value, so that's why.
Yes, value, when you have limited properties, you can go for that approach.
And sir, for fetching the contact list details, by what is the purpose of the example.of?
Filter करने के लिए. Select a start from table. When you do select a start from table, what is happening?
Is getting
all the data. Now I want to apply a where condition. Select a start from table where active switch is equal to while. I want to retrieve the records which are not deleted. So I want to apply a where clause. Actually, in the data JPA, am I writing a query or I am just calling the method here?
Just calling a method.
Just calling the method. If I call the find all method, if I call the method like this, then what will happen? 34 line number, what will it will do?
It will return all the values.
But do I want to retrieve all the records, or I want to retrieve only active records?
Only active record, yes.
That means I need to apply a where condition in the query now. To apply the where conditions in the query, we will go for example object.
So example of is available only for S2 database, or we can apply the.
It is not related to database. It is related to data JPA. Whatever the database you use, it will work.
So suppose if I am using MongoDB, so can I apply also example?
Yes, we can apply that.
Okay, sir. So I have one more question. This is my project. So in some line number 37, so there is passing integer dot class, sir. So what do you mean? Why we're passing dot class, sir? May I answer? I have.
Where they are passing here, they are passing integer dot class, huh?
Yes, sir. What is the purpose when we go for a dot class, sir? Actually, I have written a logic, so.
No. Here, if I take it, it is not taking that, na?
Here, but like in a generic, we are passed one parameter class question mark.
Yeah, that means that question mark generic types when you pass it, you can pass that class object or you can pass any type belongs to that type. If you take an interface, any implementation class object you can supply. Or any child class of that class also you can supply as a parameter. I mean, when you specify a question mark like this, now that means you no need to specify only that. You can pass any class which is subclass of that class. That is the meaning of the generic.
Yes, sir. But instead of the integer, they are passing class.
Yeah, that means they can pass any class object. Now they may take like this, na?
Yes, sir. But sir, I understood. But I didn't get it. Why?
Why means they don't want to specify the particular parameter of the method. They want to give you a generic parameter so that you can pass any value for that method in the future. Now, if I take this only integer, then what is the meaning of that? This method will take only integer value, na?
Yes.
Can I pass a long value?
No, sir.
If you go for a generic, then you can pass any type of value.
That thing I got it, sir. But the one concept I only didn't get dot class. Dot class. Why you passing?
You take a screenshot of that code, send to me in the mail. I will check it and I will tell you why they are taking like that.
Yes, because of the new architecture, they have created in the map 3 parameters. Mm-hmm. Which one? They are passing the dot class and some string again.
If you tell like this, I can't understand. If I see that, then I can understand.
Okay, sir. Sure.
एक बार उसको स्क्रीनशॉट लेके मुझे भेजो, मैं देख के बताता हूँ क्या है वो।
चलेगा सर, तो क्योंकि वो कोड का ऑप्टिमाइजिंग करना भी जरूरी है सर।
राइट, ओके, फाइन गाइस, थैंक यू। नेक्स्ट निहारिका, व्हाट इज योर डाउट निहारिका पात्रा?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hi Niharika.
Sir, actually, I am not able to connect the database.
Share your screen. Show me your screen. Guys, I'm expecting that people to complete the project, but still people are having so many issues. Then when we will complete major project? If you guys are this much slow. Yeah, show me your code. Go to your project. Share your complete screen. I think I'm able to see only browser. I'm seeing only browser. Can you share your complete screen? Niharika, I can't see your screen. Share me your complete screen. Stop the screen sharing. Click on share screen button. Choose the first option. Before the whiteboard, there is a share screen option. You share it. I can't see your screen now.
Now?
Yeah, now I can see. org.h2.driver. Guys, see here. What are the properties that she configured? Spring data source URL, JDBC:H2 mem test DB, username SCA, password SCA, driver class name H2 driver. Okay, now update your, refresh your project and run it. Niharika, refresh the project and run it. Right click on the project and refresh. Refresh. Yes, now run this project. Remind me later. Now show me the console messages. Yeah, now go to your browser. Localhost /h2-console. Can you hit that URL now? Click on connect. Connected na?
But sir, the table is not showing here.
Yeah, show me your entity class and all. When you have a data, why getter setter again? Remove the getter setter annotation. 20 and 21 line number. Already you have a data. Then again, why are you writing getter setter? Data will give you getters and setters also. You don't need to write them separately. Save it. Now go to your repository. Show me the repository. Extending from JPA repository. Okay. Go to REST controller. Yeah, madam, 1 second. There is a problem now. What is your start class package name? What is your start class package name? What are your remaining packages are available? Are you following the base package naming convention here? Can you speak out, Niharika? Are you following the base package naming convention? Are you following the base package naming convention or you are not following the base package naming convention? Madam, I am asking you. First of all, do you know what is base package naming convention in the Spring Boot?
No.
You don't know. Remove the demo from the package name. What is your base package name? The remaining packages also should start with the same name. In the base package name you have given demo, but in the normal packages the demo is not available. That's why it is not working for you. Package name is incorrect. Rename that package, remove the .demo from that. You keep it as only com.example. Right click, rename. Rename, refactor, rename. Remove the .demo. Keep it as only com.example. Yes. Guys, see small package name issue. Yeah, now go to browser. Refresh. Now also table is not created. Still there may be some issue. Go to project, stop it and start, update the project and start it. Go to your IDE, stop your project, stop the server. Yeah, refresh your project. Go to contact.java. There is some warning in the contact. Do Ctrl+Shift+O. Ctrl+Shift+O. Press the shortcut. Ctrl+Shift+O. Ctrl+Shift+O.
Yes, sir.
No, you are not pressing correctly. You are doing control space. Now you have done that correctly. Save it. service IMPN. Service IMPL. Go to top. Here also Control Shift O. Yeah. Now update your refresh your project now. Refresh your project. Now run this. Guys, please take it seriously for practice. No faculty will spend like this time to clarify all your doubts and resolve all your problems. We should have a lot of patience to do all these things. Sometimes I will get irritated.
Yes, sir, it is fine.
Now it is created. I am keeping this much effort to teach you all these concepts, and I am resolving all your problems also. I am spending the time. Now people will ask, Ashok, why your course is taking 4 months? When you told 3 months, why it is taking 4 months? I can also teach the course in 3 months. Then I will not spend time with you to clarify doubts and share your screen, do that, do this, resolve the problem. If I want to do all these things, then definitely course duration is going to increase. Yeah. Niharika, your problem is solved. Did you add Swagger also?
No, sir.
So can you add the Swagger and can you deploy in the Heroku by today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Tomorrow I want to see everything in your system.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Deepali, can you tell me what is your issue? Deepali, what is your issue?